I welcome you all on my YouTube channel and pray to Almighty to offer blessings to all of you. I am very thankful to all my subscribers and I hope I will be getting your support like this in future as well. In this video, we will discuss the impact of Saturn Ketu in 12th house, also known as the horoscope's house of expenditure, another world. There are different sections in this video. In these different sections we will discuss how will this conjunction affect health, married life, home/happiness and unexpected incidents in life with their positive or negative flavors and the best remedies. Let's first understand what is the 12th house in the birth chart. The 12th house is also known as the horoscope's house of expenditure, one's bedroom, and it also shows the connection with the other world, space, extraterrestrial realms. It is opposite the 6th house of diseases, loans and enemies, so the opposite becomes the house of hospitalization and spiritual homes, ashrams. Overall, this house is the house of the ultimate loss of everything, also called the house of salvation in the West or the house of moksha in Vedic culture. This is the expense house of what a person has earned in the last house, that is 11th house. Even though this denotes the moksha settings, it is also known as the house of bed pleasures as well. The body parts denoted by this house are the foot, soles and left eye as well. This house comes in the group of houses that are known as dusthan in Vedic astrology, which means the places which cause sorrow. That group is the houses 6th, 8th, and 12th house. This house is very commonly known as the Vyai Bhava in Sanskrit, as it gives information about the overall expenditure of a person's overall life. Generally, any planet placed here brings the effect of other houses that they control in the horoscope. Now let's discuss Saturn Ketu conjunction in 12th house of the birth chart. General characteristics. The 12th house gets the conjunction of these two malefic planets. The natural owner of this house is Jupiter. The element of this house is water, Jal Tattva. It is a very important house because if the 12th house is good, then the person has a good night's sleep and also gets good bed pleasures. For a spiritual person, it is important as it is the house of ashram and salvation as well. This house shows what a person is going to spend on in this lifetime. This house also shows the other worlds and foreign countries as well. Since this house also shows the jails, hospitals and asylums as well, there must be good impacts on this house and of this house so that native doesn't spend on not good places like hospital, jail or asylum as being bound by their boundaries. The placement of this conjunction here in the 12th house makes a very strong person who is ready to take on the world all alone. Rahu in the 6th house gives the zeal to not back down or go to any extent to win the battle and the war. Saturn here will demolish all enemies of a person and Rahu will further amplify the strength and discipline of the native. These individuals will have a strong love for animals in general and they will generally take care of stray animals near their homes. Some might even join an NGO for the same purpose. Ketu here will make the person move towards spirituality for sure in some manner or another. It is up to the results of Rahu if it goes towards the material world or the spiritual world. The native will have a strong desire to go abroad and settle there as the family is already facing issues due to Saturn's aspect. If other planets bring the desires for money like the planets in the 2nd house or the aspect on the 2nd house, then in that there can be a lot of confusion also in the native and the person may go astray in the initial years of life and lack of proper guidance and take an inappropriate path to earn money. Person with his conjunction in the 12th house have to be very careful during Dasha period of Ketu or Saturn. It may be the karaka of separation from the family, it may create severe phase of depression, secluded life from family. Ketu is a karak for the sudden events in a person's life, so Ketu's result will vary as per the nakshatra as well. The native might have issues with having children as well. This placement could also give the native addictions to smoking or drinking as Saturn aspects the 2nd house of food intake and so does Rahu from the 6th house as well. These natives, once addicted, might find it hard to leave their addictions. In adverse dasha, there could be surgeries involving either the 12th house related areas like the feet etc. or the areas related to the 2nd house, i.e. mouth, teeth etc. and the 6th house as well, i.e. intestines and kidneys. Now let's discuss Saturn Ketu conjunction in 12th house of birth chart and career. Now since the combination is happening in the 12th house, it affects the results of the profession as an impact comes on the foreign world or expenses of a person and an indirect impact to the accumulated wealth of the 2nd house earned by the profession only. Since Saturn is a karak of this house, that is the 12th house of expenses, natives would face lots of ups and downs in life. Because the person will have a kind heart towards the animals, one can surely make a career in the NGO or animal help or even in the hospitals as a support function staff. Some with good Mercury and Mars can be doctors, as well, which will take them very close to the surgical processes regularly. The right discipline can make one join the army at a commanding level primarily. Such a native will find it difficult to take orders from others unless there is something to learn from the senior, whether it is a government job or a private job. These individuals do well as freelance workers or individual contributors. Once again, the professional house, i.e. the 10th house, is getting aspect from Rahu, and Rahu is already placed in the 6th house, so there would be something different with the job of the native that will make it different than that of other regular jobs or professions. For example, one could be working night shifts, or one could be dealing with multiple types of people across the country or globe. The native will work very hard to work and go abroad through the work. The native might have to work very hard initially owing to the conjunction's energy. This conjunction in 12th again can also very well bring a cut or break in one's gain that one gets from a job or a business if one undergoes adverse dasha and transit multiple times. This change will be sudden and involve one's family or one's diseases/health, as well as the impact could come from the 12th house, i.e. foreign countries. Now let's discuss Saturn Ketu conjunction in 12th house of birth chart and marriage/married life. This conjunction will affect more if Saturn happens to be the first lord or the 7th lord in the horoscope. Then it would mean that the first lord or the 7th lord is directly conjunct with a malefic Ketu, which will reduce the marital bliss from the native's life to a great extent. Since the conjunction is formed in the house of bed pleasures, the native's partnership life gets affected from this angle as well. Since the reclusive personality-giving conjunction also aspects the family of the native through Saturn, the native will find it difficult to adjust in their family. Native would either be disinterested in the bedroom life or will have strange habits which might not be normal as well, or the partners that native attracts could be of the strange habits owing to Rahu in the 6th house. One might decide not to get married at all if the 7th lord is also afflicted by malefic planets. Natives would marry early if the 7th lord is in some good position by the house, sign and aspect from benefic planets. Still, married life will be a little difficult for this native unless both partners similarly understand life and live their lives peacefully. Now let's discuss Saturn Ketu conjunction in 12th house of birth chart and health. This conjunction can give the habit of drinking, smoking or drugs, as it takes away any shyness from a person and an individual is ready to live a very uncommon life, not bothered about the world and its ways. Prolonged use of cigarettes or other modes of smoking like using bongs, vaping or hookahs, etc. Natives can suffer from some diseases but will fight them as well. The issues that might be there could be alopecia, baldness, head injuries, and a person being prone to accidents and hurting themselves. One could also get kidney stones issues. Areas related not just to the 12th house but also represented by the zodiac sign this conjunction is placed in are affected. The aspect of the conjunction gives feet issues around the area of the feet and sole. Feet of the native is sure to get the impact of the restricting/obstructing energy of surgical operation of the affected body parts in the native's life will depend upon the age of the native along with the transit and dasha. For example, a man could undergo operations for piles or a person could get the plaster in the shin area. Now let's discuss Saturn Ketu conjunction in 12th house of birth chart and positive impact. Natives are highly intuitive and deep thinkers. Natives are very high risk takers and are not afraid of anything. Some of the natives can do good work in NGOs for animals. Some may work in hospitals as well as service staff. Natives will be very time disciplined oriented and hardworking. Rahu can make one work on more than one job or business. Now let's discuss Saturn Ketu conjunction in 12th house of birth chart and negative impact. Native personal life can suffer as they have bohemian energy operating in a very important house and they might turn more spiritualistic. Natives might have to suffer losses and increase in expenses or lowering of their accumulated wealth. The native might become very poor and hopeless as well in adverse dasha and transit. Natives could take up smoking or drinking and that could affect their health with either bad liver or ulcers. Natives might have irreconcilable issues with their family members. In worst cases, if the moon is also afflicted, one could get suicidal thoughts and could attempt the same as well. Now let's discuss the best remedies for Saturn Ketu conjunction in the 12th house. Light a lamp using sesame oil in your house daily during the evening. This can help reduce the malefic effects of Saturn and Ketu. On Saturdays, offer mustard oil to Lord Saturn by pouring a few drops on a small piece of black cloth or iron. This can help pacify the influence of Saturn and Ketu. Regularly donate black sesame seeds to the poor or in a temple. This can help lessen the impact of Saturn and Ketu in the 12th house. Daily, in the morning, offer food to birds. This act of kindness can bring positive energy and reduce the malefic effects of this conjunction. If feasible and manageable, keep a black dog as a pet. Taking care of the dog can help negate the negative influence of Saturn and Ketu in the 12th house. During solar or lunar eclipses, perform specific remedies like reciting mantras, fasting, or meditating. Eclipses are believed to be powerful times for spiritual practices. Keep a small piece of silver in a square shape with you at all times. This can help ward off negative energies and bring positive vibrations. So that was all about this conjunction. We are soon uploading our next series of Rahu and Mars conjunction in different houses of birth chart and all other most important conjunctions in astrology, so please subscribe our channel to see the best analysis and prediction on astrology. Thanks, and please like, share and subscribe our channel.